Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Anywhere you're listening, my name is Yemi Olaleye. I'm a global financial market analyst, and I welcome you to this wonderful week edition of our Market Outlook series. And today we'll be looking at what opportunity we have in the market for this week. Starting with the fundamental outlook, there's not much big deal on Monday, 10th of February, 2025, the starting of the opening days for the week. But on Tuesday, we have an incredible gravity pounds and US dollar news coming up with the BOE Governor Bill that is going to speak. And the Federal Chair Powell will also testify. So this is most likely this is going to be volatile a bit on Tuesday, which is 11th of February. Wednesday is a big deal, and of course, Thursday is also a very big deal because we have much high impact news coming up on these days. On Wednesday, we have 2:30 2:30 Nigerian time. We have the US dollar coming up with the core CPI, and CPI has been volatile these days, so it's expected to be volatile, of course. And this day, we have to be caution with what we trade concerning US dollar. On Thursday, 3 a.m. Nigerian time, 8 a.m. Nigerian time, 8:30 and 2:30 p.m. Nigerian time, we have news coming up on NZD, Group Pound, CHF, and US dollar consecutively. And this will also cover for the CPI, GDP, inflation expectation, quarter by quarter with NZD. And that is also expected to be volatile for the week. On Friday, we have US dollar coming up with core retails. And this is expected to also drive a little bit of volatility in the market on Friday, which is the closing of the day. And to see how this dollar is going to affect the currency pairs that we'll be trading for the week, let's start with a technical outlook on the XY. On the monthly time frame, what we can see what the SY is doing actually, its last month was a bit of tug of war between the bulls and the bears in the market, and that shows a lot of constraint within the bull zone, right? And the market has actually been a buy for the past 3 months, but last month it ended as a doji candle, which was a toss between the bulls and the bears, and this month so far it's been bearish in the market. And what does that signify when you go to a lower time frame, like weekly time frame? We saw that the previous week was a bullish candle, and last week opened with a gap, and we saw how that gap down. And of course, the market went back up to a previous price level at around 109.00 psychological zone and broke through it. And when the market did so, we found out that at the same time, it created some bearish momentum for that week, which is right here. Okay, so with everything the market has done so far for the last week, it's showing more bearish momentum for this week. However, a price level like this is expected to be seen when the markets will likely come back there. We have to see what the market will likely do, and we can also play our part as traders. We can adapt, we can flow with the flow of the market. Okay, so with this outlook, therefore, I'm looking at opportunity for a sell momentum, right? As you can see, all this bullish movement to the upside, all this liquidity pool, we're going to expect a little bit of retracement into a lower price level. So this kind of level, we can expect the market to come back there gradually, because what we've seen here is a little bit of market play in the market. Okay. And let's see the daily time frame. Let's see what that means on the daily time frame. So taking away all of this on the chart, we realize that I'm coming. Realize that on the chart here, on the daily time frame, the last week was a bit tricky. Of course, even currently the market remains tricky. All right, before now, we've had the opportunity to see the market creating a previous low, creating a previous high, and all of a sudden, a short pattern of head and shoulder was formed here, and a complete bigger picture of head and shoulder formed here, which was completed right there. So we were not expecting the market to even get back to this price level. And of course, it's the market, it can play us and it can do whatsoever it likes to do. But ideally, the moment the price has come to this price level, the only engagement we have here is to look for opportunity for it to drop below. If it drops below, fine, because that is where the money is. And then we can look for opportunity in the market to do something like this, like this. This remains bearish for me, actually. As a matter of fact, this remains bearish for me. This is US dollars, okay? This is USD index. All right, and on 4 time frame, it remains the same. Let's just go into a little bit of detailing on that. Now, for us, look at this. So as far as why I'll be looking for a buy before the sell is that look at the gap we had last week. Market actually covered it up. The previous gap here, market covered it a little and moved away. So this week, I'm not sure if the market is going to create a gap, but seems so because the market left a lot of unfinished deal last week. Some of them are actually on the chart. So from what I'm seeing right here, I'll be looking for a market movement to a price level like this. Ideally, a price level like this, because this is just the chart anyways. This is just the chart. So we're looking for our market. We find its way into this price range. If this level is taken out in the market, fine. Waiting for it and making more low movement. So basically, this is my outlook on DXY for this week. This is my outlook on DXY for this week. So it's bearish for me. All right. And let's go to the other guy. Let's go to the EURUSD. Let's see how that interacts. On Euro US dollar, starting with the monthly time frame on Euro USD, it's been bearish for the past few months, but last month, which was the month of January, ended as a doji in the market. What does that mean? It means that the interaction we saw on the DXY is what we are seeing here, so which is normal. And as a matter of fact, the gap created at the point in time within this price zone here is what we saw the market respecting for the last month, and it was pulling out, which was from this fair value gap here for the month of I think 1st of December. Yes, 1st of December, December candle, November candle, and January candle 2022 anyways. And that is the gap. The market actually went straight into the threshold of that price level and has been pulling out since then. So this is looking more like we're going to see buy opportunity. And of course, there is an opportunity for us to see bullish movement to a price level like this, which is at 1.071 or 1.0720 psychological zone, because this is a fair value gap, which is about 380 pips on average to where the market is currently. So we have an anticipation to see more bull momentum on Euro US dollar if the XY remains bearish. And of course, coming to the weekly time frame, let me take out these guys. Coming to the weekly time frame, look at this. Last week was sketchy, a little bit tricky, of course. When you look at the entire movement here, you look at this like it's more of a sell. But then when we look at the bigger picture, you will see that market has created this move, did about 50% of that, ranging since then, went back to clear the inducements, now grabbing liquidity from this price level. Of course, it's looking more like we should expect more buy on this. So which means this level is expected to be broken right here. This level is expected to be broken. This is on weekly time frame, by the way. So which means we still have much more movement to the upside. But let's check the detail. Let's see what we have currently and let's work with it, because the market is just the market, and all we can do is to trade, and we should trade with the opportunities we see in the market. So basically, we have no business with what we want to see. We only have business with what we see in the market, and we want to move and act based on what we see. So ideally, last week was bullish for Euro US dollar, working with the immediate price action. It was bullish for Euro US dollar, and it closed this way. So this week, what are we expecting to see? Will the market actually still buy or will it sell? Based on the interaction of the DXY, that will determine a lot about what we should be doing. But most likely, we should expect more buy, because from this price level here, this is where we're seeing market actually pulling out. Okay, and from here to here, we see how the market has created series of lower highs and lower high before it grab liquidity. So I'll be expecting this level here to be taken out. I'll be expecting this level here to be taken out, just like this. I'll be expecting this level to be taken out. So which means expecting the market to create bullish impulsive movements to take out this high and keep buying until we see further rejection from the XY. Okay, this is on weekly time frame. So let's go to the daily. Let's see the daily opportunity there. So I'm going to take out everything. Okay, I'm coming. I want to take out everything. So on the daily time frame right here, look at this. So far so well, we can call this a range. This was an explosive trend. This was a little bit of retracement. That was actually still a range for a very long time from September 2023, right? To current moment. Okay, now the market has cleared the inducement below this price level. Market is found around this price level. When we trace this back, we also had a reason why we should be expecting a buy from here. But ideally, what are we seeing now? What is the market saying? What is it showing us? On daily time frame with the current price action, we've seen market retracement from here. Ideally, we've seen market retracement from here. Now, this level was a previous low level where stop loss was raided and liquidity was grabbed. And of course, we saw how the yada, 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 all of these movements back and forth. Okay, so currently, for last week, the market ended here for previous week. Now, last week, there was a gap down, which was at this price level. I would calculate that it was about 137 pips on average. Now, the market picked up for a buy on Monday and it filled it up even on Tuesday. So the entire week was a bullish movement for EURUSD until Thursday. And the Thursday showed a level of significant retracement, which did about 100 pips in total with Friday movement. And that's almost is about maybe 46 thereabout pips of retracement for the week. So looking at that now, what exactly are we looking at for this week? One, this market is fair. The pricing here is fair. Two, if would there be an opportunity for us to see a buy or a sell? That's why we're here. So on daily, this looks like it's still going to interact a little bit to the lower price level before it starts buying. But let's see what 4 hour is saying. The 4 hour time frame. This is very, very important. So on the 4 hour time frame, let's look at the price action here. The gap was here at a point in time. You see how the gap was covered completely from here to here. It was covered up. All right. Market created a new high level here. Okay. But then looking at this, it's giving a bearish momentum on 4 hour time frame, something of such. But ideally, when we look at the bigger picture, let's take a look at that. Look at the bigger picture here. Look at the bigger picture on 4 hours. So what can you see? You see this price level, you see this price level, you see this. Now we have series of candlesticks formation pattern, which are clusters candle. And from where they are, you see this rejection creating lower wicks and rejecting. After 3 candles, they moved. Okay, that simply means the market is actually rejecting that price level. Okay, that's the zone right there. And this is another level here, market push away. This is another level, market. So the shift in this market that we're looking at here, the shift from this price range, it only tells us that the market will go bullish and we drop before we see more bullish momentum. So what does that mean on 4 hour time frame? Therefore, based on price action, we'll say that there is a fair value gap here. There is a fair value gap here. It's tiny, but there it is there. If you look at it, you find it. Expecting the market to go into it, then give a little bit of buy before we see sell opportunities in the market. And don't forget the higher time free buy opportunity that we saw on Euro US dollar. That's when that is going to play out with what we're looking at on the chart right now. Okay, now let's go to the Great Britain pounds US dollar. Great Britain pounds USD starting from the monthly time frame. Ideally, when we look at the monthly time frame for Great Britain pounds US dollar, is a little bit different from the Euro USD. Euro USD for the last month was a doji candle, and this looks like a hammer, and it's also basically from a demand zone. All right, this month has been a little bullish for Great Britain pounds US dollar on monthly time frame, and let's see the weekly time frame. Let's see what that looks like. On the weekly time frame, we see an opportunity that the market created a bullish momentum for last week, which has retraced more than 50% of it. So for this week, what are we expecting to see at the market? Right here below this price level, we do not have any price range where we're expecting the market to go below. Just that we're expecting the market to react in such a way that we understand. And we can find out on the daily time frame, for example, on the daily, what is this outlook? The market has grabbed liquidity at a point in time. This is a failure swing at a point in time. It went back to a price level where there was a rejection of price totally at this price range. Now the market created another price level that was a higher price level to this level right here. So when the market is creating something like this, series of things like this in the market, and currently the market is at this price level, what are we expecting? To see the market taking out this low price level before we see a buy, or we're expecting the market to actually take out this high before we see a sell, before a buy. Now, that is what we want to check out. So let's go to the chart. Let's see what we have there. I'm coming. So let's take it. Let's go by the price action. So Monday candle, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. This is fantastic bearish momentum in the market. And from what this is showing, it's showing us the creation of higher lows and rejection of price level from the discounted price levels. Look at this one, look at this two, look at this three, look at this four, look at this five. So ideally, this is showing us more bullish momentum in the market. So how will that play out? We don't know yet. If the market will actually even gap up, we don't know yet. But then I believe I want to see how the market will play out in such a way to take out the previous low right here and grab liquidity to further the movement, at least to break this previous high level. Okay, that is actually what I'm looking out for this week, and that is more of a bullish movement that did about 460 pips. But ideally, if the market will not be able to do all of that, market should be able to take out this high for this week before we see further instruction. And what is going on politically in the USA, Canada, and Russia will also determine a lot about what we should be expecting to see on Great Britain pounds, US dollar, basically on DXY, and that will determine what we do on Euro USD or Great Britain pounds USD. And on 4 hours, of course, there is a small little price level we can be looking out for here. At like this level is a fair value gap level. So basically, is it possible that we have the markets move down directly into this price range before it do the buy? Yes, of course. If this will be the outlook, I'll patiently wait. So currently, the way the market is now, we can't rush into it without seeing clear movement in the market. And of course, it's dicey, it's tricky currently, but then it is what it is. That's the market for you anytime, any day. Look at this, okay, creating higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. Can you see that? And of course, the market is still creating higher high right here. So the momentum for bearish momentum right here has not really been seen that much. So okay, I'm expecting the market to get back into this price range, which is a fair value gap, which I've shown right here. Is a price level at a discounted range where we can expect the market to come to before we pick up for a buy. And that is about 75 pips on average, which is at the price of 1.2331 thereabout. Okay. All right, that is on Great Britain pounds US dollar for this week. And let's see what we have on AUDUSD. AUDUSD so far, look at what we analyzed last week. We analyzed that this level is going to be taken out and we expect the market to hit this price level. All right, that is still there. We're still expecting that to happen before we see a sell momentum. But let's go to this week ideally. Let's see what we have on monthly time frame. Go AUDUSD, oh, sorry. Okay. AUDUSD has been a bullish momentum. Saying it rejected more of the bearish pressure last month, which was January. Of course, I was expecting it to take out this low before we see more buy in the market. But when you look at this is a thorough sell, and this was significant. Straight down directly, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows, lower highs. And currently, what this guy is doing is showing a bullish momentum on monthly time frame. And let's see what we have on the weekly time frame on AUDUSD to further know the direction we're anticipating for this week. So all of this liquidity pool right here, we expect the market to take it out. Basically, how will that play out is to see how the market will take out this high level, whereby the market will do something like this and boom. So this level is expected. All right. And looking at that on the other perspective, that is about how many pips in total? That's about 388 pips in total for a week, which is not bad. But then if the market is unable to do that this week, we should be expecting that to happen anytime soon, depending on the DSY movement. This last week did about 204 pips thereabout. So if this is going to happen, at least we'll be expecting a little bit of movement of the market. So this price range for this week, which is about, let me check. This is about 173 pips, which I believe the market can actually do. So basically, this remains a bullish momentum on the Australian dollar for this week. Okay. And then let's see what we have on the daily time frame. Okay, let me take out this guy. um on the daily, let's start with the last week, Monday. There was also a gap down on this currency pair, which was here. Monday was here, and it threw a very massive bearish momentum at first, and it went straight down. It did about how many pips in total? It did about 73 pips in total before it retraced. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday were bullish for AUD US dollar. Thursday was a little bit of tussle between the bulls and the bears. Well, of course, the bull won at the end, but Friday we had a gap opening on Friday on daily time frame on AUD USD, and it ended as a doji candle. So the power is still within the buyers and the sellers in the market. So for this week, what are we expecting? I do not know for sure if this is going to hold, because there's a little, if we can see it, there is a little opportunity for us to see a discounted price level opportunity there, which is a level like this. A fair value gap is here. No matter how tiny that is, we can still see it. But I'm feeling that this will actually still go bullish before it will go bullish again. But so all I want to say is if the market is able to range back into this price level, then take out this high. Where is the high? This high here. This high price level at 0.6330, waiting for the market to take out that price range. So basically, this is my outlook on daily time frame for AUD US dollar. And don't forget, currently AUD pairs look very trickish because what the market has done last week and the political saga drama going on within these countries will also determine a lot. As a matter of fact, if the market open with a huge gap, it might actually still tender this analysis invalid somehow, because the market can just pull with that gap, and we have to look at the market from a new perspective at the opening of the market for the week. So what I'm saying is, I'll be looking for a bearish movement into this price range before I seek opportunity for the buys in the market, looking at this price level here. All right, this is the AUD US dollar daily time frame. And let's look at something else. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Do we have opportunity on 4-hour time frame to even see something lesser than that? Can liquidity below this price level be taken out and the price come to a lower price range? Very possible, of course, very, very possible, because this will now be my first entry point, which is my first look. And this level 2 is also an important one for me. Let me show that. This level right here, but I'm not going to consider it much because this level was not taken out in the market. So I'd rather be considering this right here, because this will actually be like an inducement for me, so I can take an opportunity there. So basically, that is the outlook on AUD US dollar for the weekly time frame, daily, and the 4-hour time frame, of course. So we look at the market and we're going to blend flow with flow of that same market. All right, don't get attached to particular direction. Let's wait for market to do its thing and we'll be fine. Last week, look at what we analyzed on US dollar. We analyzed that this is our stop loss, and looking at what the market will do for last week, we're expecting to see about 200 and something pips movements in profit. But look at it, market did about 485 in the market, and that was massive. For those that saw the analysis, it's quite an incredible one. All right, so for the monthly time frame, this month has been bearish so far for the USDCAD. So what's the outlook for this week? What opportunity can we get there? Last week so far was bearish. This month is looking like a bearish engulfing already on the monthly time frame for USDCAD. So let's further see what we have there. So USDCAD has actually surpassed the price level we are anticipating, and this was the price level we are looking for more sell opportunity. And from what we can see here, the market created this pool like this, and what we can be expecting after this level has been taken out is for the market to mitigate that level and determine if it's going to bounce for more bullish momentum from here, or it's going to break below and shift in market structure. But then we do not know yet. But for the weekly time frame, on the current price chart, which is the price action rather, what we want to see is how the market will interact completely this week, and we can benefit from that. So last week was a massive bearish momentum for this USDCAD. So what we'll be expecting for this week, are we to expect further breakdown into this direction, or we to expect a little bit of retracement into this level? If we're expecting a retracement, then why should we be expecting a retracement? That is what is valid about the market. So let's go to the daily time frame and see more clarity. And from the daily time frame, very good, fantastic. Monday was massive, Tuesday was massive. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday last week was just there. We're just there. So nothing really much exceptional about those price range. So what we do is we can look at the market from this perspective, looking at this range here, looking at how the market has interacted within above this price level. This is more or less the market is forming a reversal crown right here. Okay, but then with this massive momentum, that's just a sweep most likely for the market makers. And, you know, we can just expect more bearish momentum because this is a significant bearish movement in the market. So we can expect the market to still push back into this price range and experience more sell opportunity right there. Within this price level is an opportunity for a favorable gap for us to know when to exit this market at first. Look at this here. This is on daily time frame. This is also a good demand level right here. It's a discounted price level, and that's to the current market price is about 320 pips. Okay, so possibly the market can do that in a week, of course, on USDCAD. And let's set it for our time frame. Let's see what the market is doing. For us, I'll take this out, and I'm likely going to take this. Is it necessary? Not necessary, but I don't want to repeat. I don't want to repeat the lines. But basically, what we're looking at here, the market was choppy for the past 3 days of the week in the last week for USDCAD. And looking at that, ideally, we should be looking at a level with more clarity for us to jump in a trade, which is here. All right, the fair value gap level here, can you see? It's not mitigated yet. So above this price level is an inducement where we can look for the market to do something like this. And we'll look at the market again to do something like this. Okay, now I'm coming. Let me take this out completely then. Okay, to take out this high, right? And to find its way into this range, yeah, and to see more bearish momentum from there. Okay, this is the ideal look on the USDCAD for this week. This looked a little well from what the market has done, but seriously, looking at the price action, everything here is mitigated already. Everything you're looking at is mitigated. There's no fair value gap that has not been mitigated in this liquidity pool right there. So what we can see from here is this is the only price level we have a premium opportunity to sell from. And ideally looking at that from this perspective, before this level was taken out, from here to here, looking at this level is that should be about 71%. And it's a good price point for us to consider. All right, that is on USDCAD for this week. So what we'll be doing on USDCAD for this week is very simple. Look at it again. I'm coming. Okay, look at it again. So this is it here. Okay. This is the look. This is the entire look here. So no need to really go down, back and forth. This is the entire look here. This is it here. All right. So basically, this is the outlook on the USDCAD. So let's see what we have on gold. And until we wrap up with that, this is massive. When gold will be retracing, I wish you and myself we are not caught in line because currently this is too massive. This has been a massive bullish momentum for the past few months since last year. Look at this. So gold has been the only guy breaking its own record consistently with so much momentum. Look at this. Come on. This is so much in the market. This is a bullish momentum like never before, creating all-time high every single time. And on gold, it remains solidly a bullish momentum. A solid one right here. A solid one. So let's see the weekly time frame. Let's see what we can find with that. Ideally, on weekly time frame, it has broken the previous high level or previous structure. Look at this. This was the high that created around that September or October, and it has taken it out this previous weeks. Okay, so currently gold is at this price level, and the last movement gold created, this was the last low within this segment, and now it has created another high level. looking at what the gold is doing right here, would there be an opportunity for gold to retrace anytime soon before we see further bullish momentum? Ideally, it's looking like gold will retrace, but at what price level it retrace is what we cannot figure out yet, because the momentum on gold is very, very massive right now. So what we can do is this. Let me see. So what we can do is this. Let's go to the daily time frame. Now, this is the weekly, by the way. This is the weekly time frame here. So we can only be careful and be expecting gold to, and as a matter of fact, there is no favorable gap below those price levels where you can anticipate gold to come back to. And let's look at this carefully. If there's any, if there is, it's a very tiny one. I think there is, yeah, there is one, but very, very tiny, very, very tiny. Is a price level that gold can actually still come to, and that is also massive. So basically, let's check what the daily time frame is doing, and let's see how we can figure opportunity in there. But this remains a very bullish, a strong bullish momentum. But the bearish momentum, which is the massive retracement, is imminent. It's coming soon. It's really coming soon. From what the price action we've seen, this high level has been taken out. Failure swing here, taking out the high. In this one level, taken out. After the break, what happened? It retraced back into the fair value gap, pulled out immediately to claim all-time high. And currently, is for the last trading day of last week, which was Friday, it's ended as a shooting star. And with this outlook, after almost an hanging man, oh sorry, yes, hanging man at the resistance zone level, what we can be expecting would be definitely a sell momentum. And looking at this price action, gold is not really leaving much fair value gap at the discounted price level for us to come back into on the lower time frame. So what would it be? So we can be expecting more bearish momentum here. Okay, I can only be buying gold right now because the massive bullish momentum is still very much. It's still very, very much. Okay, let's see what we have on the daily, on the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, looking at this, yeah, it's looking like we have the potential information pattern, which the market has not defined yet. But all we know is this massive momentum here, this leg is quite much, but we can be expecting a bearish momentum. And this is an opportunity that we've seen a fair value gap at this price level, which is about, I mean, pips here, down here, not really so much, but it's something, it's really much. Okay, so the thing is, we will be looking for a bearish momentum before we go bullish again. But right now, the market is still very bearish. It's still very bullish on gold. So if the market do something like this, create something like this, yes, of course, we can be looking we can be looking at selling gold more for this week. All right. This is it right there. Okay, this is on 4-hour time frame anyways. So we can be looking forward to see something like this on gold if this level is taken out. So it depends on what the market will create as opportunity on DSY for the week, and then we will look at gold from another perspective. On the 1-hour time frame for gold, let's see what we have. On the 1 hour for gold, 1 hour time frame. Don't forget all of these levels I marked and the previous one I deleted. They are levels we're expecting gold to react. Okay. So basically, gold doesn't do much retracement before it continues in a bullish direction or bearish direction. So we're not going to sleep on much retracement like that. And it's better we're not caught in that. So this is an inducement here. And below that price level on 1 hour time frame, this is a fair value gap of 1 hour. And with this outlook, therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I will be waiting, comfortably waiting for gold to get into this price range and show me a bullish reaction before I can proceed for a buy within that price level. And if the buy comes to a price level like this, where we have this breakers block right here, okay, so all I'll be doing is to expect the market to come into the threshold of this guy before I see a sell in the market. So basically, it's about two things. It's either this level is taken out, this zone or this low is taken out here as an inducement, and go find an opportunity here for bullish momentum. But ideally, we are more bullish than bearish on gold. But this is 1 hour time frame, so it might look like a big sell, but on a higher time frame, it's not really a big sell because gold remains like strong bullish momentum for now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, trade with proper risk management. I wish you all the best for this week. And whatever it is in the market, we're going to flow with what we see. We will trade what we see. see and not what we feel. Thank you very much for watching, and see you again in the next video. And if there's any updates on any of this currency pair, I'm going to analyze and I'm going to post it in course of the week. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and do have a wonderful day.